Hey there, and welcome to my channel, your go-to space for practical psychology, motivation, and self-improvement. I'm Watson, and today, we're diving into a question that plagues us all at some point. How do we find motivation, and more importantly, how do we keep it? Whether you're struggling to get started on a goal, battling procrastination, or feeling stuck in a rut, this episode is for you. So grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's explore the science-backed secrets to motivation. Why do we struggle with motivation? Let's be real, motivation isn't something that magically appears. Sometimes, we wake up feeling pumped and ready to tackle the world, but other times, even getting out of bed feels like a battle. Why does this happen? According to psychology, motivation is influenced by internal, intrinsic, and external, extrinsic, factors. The DSM-5 Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders even recognizes a lack of motivation as a key symptom in conditions like depression and anxiety disorders. But even without clinical conditions, we all experience dips in motivation due to burnout, too much pressure with no rest, lack of clear goals. If you don't know where you're going, why move? Fear of failure, the anxiety of not being good enough can paralyze us. Instant gratification culture, our brains are wired for quick rewards, making long-term goals feel frustrating. Sound familiar? Don't worry, now that we know what affects motivation, let's talk about how to get it back. Understand your why. One of the biggest mistakes people make is chasing goals that aren't truly meaningful to them. Psychologist Edward Deci, who pioneered self-determination theory, found that intrinsic motivation, doing something because you want to, not because you have to, is the strongest form of motivation. Ask yourself, why do I want to achieve this goal? How will my life improve if I succeed? What happens if I don't take action? Write your answers down. Studies show that people who write their goals are 42% more likely to achieve them. Break goals into tiny steps. A major motivation killer. Overwhelm. When a goal feels massive, we often shut down. The solution? Micro goals. Instead of saying, I want to get fit, break it down. 1. Walk for 10 minutes today. 2. Swap one unhealthy snack for a healthy one. 3. Do 5 push-ups before bed. These small wins create momentum, which fuels long-term motivation. Use dopamine to your advantage. Dopamine, our brain's feel-good chemical, plays a huge role in motivation. But here's the trick, your brain releases more dopamine when you anticipate a reward rather than when you actually achieve it. So how do we hack this? Make your goals fun. If your task feels dull, find a way to make it engaging. Reward progress, not just results. Celebrate small achievements. Create anticipation. Set up a reward system, like treating yourself after completing a task. Create accountability. Ever noticed how we're more likely to show up when someone expects us to? That's the power of accountability. Ways to stay accountable. Tell a friend about your goal. Join a community or support group. Track progress publicly, social media, habit tracking apps. Psychologists call this commitment bias. Once we declare an intention, our brain pushes us to follow through. Manage setbacks the right way. Losing motivation isn't failure, it's normal. The key is knowing how to bounce back. Practice self-compassion. Instead of beating yourself up, acknowledge that setbacks happen. Reframe failure as feedback. Every mistake teaches you something. Restart small. Instead of waiting for the perfect time, take a tiny step forward today. Final thoughts, stay consistent. Remember, motivation isn't constant, it's built through habits and discipline. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going. So next time you feel stuck, come back to these strategies. And if you found this episode helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs a little motivation boost today. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, stay inspired and keep moving forward.